Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, and today I have a very interesting video topic for you guys. So as most of you know, I'm a pretty big fan of the Call of Duty franchise. I've been making videos here on NerosCinema for over 8 years now, and over the years, I've started to become more and more interested in the development process of the COD franchise. It started off when I found some videos back in the day showing off pre-alpha builds of the Call of Duty 4 multiplayer, and from there I saw just how much different the game was initially compared to the game that we know today. And from there, I ended up meeting a bunch of really cool guys like Adam and Riley and all the guys over there in their Discord chat, and these people spend a large portion of their time trying to unearth and preserve different bits of Call of Duty history that were basically lost to time. Well, recently, Frag over in their Discord group stumbled upon an insanely old concept piece for Call of Duty Ghosts, which may actually be relevant to the upcoming Modern Warfare game that we're getting here in 2019. You see, originally, Call of Duty Ghosts was going to be Call of Duty Modern Warfare Ghosts. As you guys can see, these are some super early concept designs that were tested for the game. These were put together by former Infinity Ward lead UI artist David Rose, and this ties perfectly into that bit of news we got some time ago about the development of Call of Duty Ghosts. If you guys don't remember, or if you've never heard this before, it came out that the initial plan for Call of Duty Ghosts was for it to be another Modern Warfare game. The idea for the game was it was going to be set after the events of Modern Warfare 3 in a post-apocalyptic world, and if you've seen the ending of Modern Warfare 3, you know exactly what I'm talking about, but shortly into development, they decided to scrap that idea and move on to something else. That something else would end up being Call of Duty Ghosts, which is very similar to the Modern Warfare series, but it's in a completely different universe and a different timeline with different gameplay mechanics. But here, for the first time ever, we are seeing some of those early concept images from that scrapped Modern Warfare title. I have to wonder how many concepts from that original Modern Warfare Ghosts game are going to make it into this year's title, right? Cut content in Call of Duty is really nothing new. Every single year, hundreds and hundreds of ideas and concepts are scrapped during development, and some of the time, that stuff eventually makes it into the later games, right? A good example of that would be the Modern Warfare series, Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare 2, and of course Modern Warfare 3. Back in Call of Duty 4, the multiplayer maps Favela and Invasion were initially planned for the release of the game, but they were later scrapped and then revamped and eventually added as launch day maps for Modern Warfare 2. In Modern Warfare 2, the Juggernaut was originally going to be in the multiplayer, but it never saw the light of day until the Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer. And fun fact, the image we're looking at right here is actually a proposed UI for the Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer creative class that was later, of course, redesigned to what we know and see today. I don't know about you guys, but I find this stuff to be fascinating, and I'm really interested to see where Infinity Ward is going to take this year's game. From the gameplay reveal that we saw, it appears the game is going to be a lot different than most Call of Duty games before it. It's still going to feel like COD, but the consensus among the community right now is that the game looks a lot like Battlefield and Rainbow Six and a little bit of COD, but it's a big mashup of all these different games, and it's worth mentioning that Call of Duty Ghosts was also a much different game than most of the other COD games that came before it. Whether we're talking about the revamped prestige system, or the removal of the UAV and the adding of the SATCOM, or even the field orders and those map-specific kill streaks and the way the maps would sometimes blow up if you went ahead and called in a chem strike, Call of Duty Ghosts was a much different multiplayer experience than the previous games that Infinity Ward was known for. Well, now that we know that the new Modern Warfare game is also going to be much different, I have to wonder just how much of the new Modern Warfare game is going to feel like Call of Duty Ghosts, and whether or not the Call of Duty community is going to embrace those changes, because while some people really enjoyed Ghosts and all the changes that it brought to the table, a lot of other people did not enjoy Ghosts. You guys may remember back in the day, only a couple months into the Ghost lifecycle, Black Ops 2 had more active players on the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3 than Ghosts had on the PS3, the Xbox 360, the Xbox One, and the PlayStation 4 combined. It was pretty clear that most people did not prefer Ghosts and they wanted to go back to Black Ops 2, and I have to wonder, is that because of all the weird gameplay changes that Infinity Ward decided to implement? I'm definitely interested to see how this year's game is going to play out, and for those who don't know, the full multiplayer reveal for Modern Warfare is still set for August 1st, though it has been teased that we may be getting even more gameplay sometime before then. The idea is that while the 2v2 event was fun, you're seeing footage of it on your screen right now, that was a really fun event, but fans want to see raw gameplay without the streamers and their voices and their webcams and the talking and stuff like that. They want to see the game, they want to hear the sounds, they want to experience the maps and hear the footsteps, and basically just learn everything they can about the Modern Warfare multiplayer, and Infinity Ward said to stay tuned, so that may mean that raw gameplay of 2v2 could be coming out in the coming days, or we may just have to wait for the full reveal on August 1st, but either way, I will keep you guys posted with more details as they become available. But for right now, that's all I have for you guys here in this video. I just want to share a small bit of Call of Duty history with you guys, because I find this stuff to be fascinating, and I know a lot of you guys do as well, and man, just Modern Warfare Ghost, how crazy would that have been? I have to wonder, how much different would Ghost have been if they did not want to break off and do their own thing with it? If they wanted to try to keep it rooted within the Modern Warfare storyline, how would that game have been different, and how would Call of Duty Ghost have panned out differently, right? Would the game have been more beloved by fans? Would people have hated it more? Like, how would that game have played out? It's always interesting to think about what may have been when it comes to cut content here in the Call of Duty franchise. But ladies and gentlemen, that's all I have for you guys here today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please drop me a rating, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.